Alrighty, there we are. Let's wait for everything to get set up. Let's wait for everything to be correct, more like. And then let's get into it. Alright, we're good. Everything's up, everything's running. Let me get the chat on screen. There we go. I'm looking off at our draft. So, perfect. Hello, everybody. What is up? This is Curtis from the CollingsThodeNetwork, as per usual on Friday, doing our mock draft. Yes, no streams in the last week. It's been a lot lately in the old personal life, but, well, exciting news in the personal life. I've already explained it once, but we'll explain it again. I'm going to Pittsburgh. Nolan is going to Pittsburgh. We're both going to Pittsburgh for the NFL draft. Yes, exactly what we're talking about right here with this NFL draft, this one. So we'll be there. We'll be doing interviews with fans. We'll be making podcasts. It's not something that you're going to want to miss. So make sure you subscribe to the CollingsThodeNetwork, as we're going to be doing our Carolina Panthers mock draft. Of course, clicking them here. And then going on to our manager. Of course, we don't got much to do anymore with the old signings and restructures and all that. I think we're just going to run right into, hold on. We'll do Taylor Moton's just so it's realistic. Now we're good. I'm not re-signing any of these guys. We're going to hop right into the draft, honestly. I don't need a safety. We have what? We have Nick Scott signed. We might as well just chill with Nick Scott. I mean, it's one of the worst things I've potentially ever said on this channel. Let's just chill with Nick Scott, but we're going to do it. So here we are. This is the draft, what we've been waiting for. Mendoza 1. We're going to have to go real slow through it because I want to try trading up today. Of course, you'll have to let me know how bad my trades are when I try, as looking at the, we'll see the top 5 here. Mendoza, Bailey, Love, Tate, Reese. I could see that. I would probably be going Reese over Bailey myself, but I think both those guys are can't miss. Love at 3 is wow. I'm seeing the Cardinals going with a offensive tackle potentially. Manoa, and then goes Bain, then goes Caleb Downs at 8 in this one. Chiefs taking Delane. Okay, Jordan Tyson is gone, but Lemon is still here. My fear is that a team like the Bucks is going to snipe him from us. So I'm debating going after pick 14 here and maybe sprinkling in like a 154, and we have to give up one of our two picks that are close together. So I think I'm going to try it. Either that or we go to LA, because LA loves trading their first round picks. So, and also I'm kind of afraid of LA going with Lemon. I don't think they do, but maybe, no, we'll stick to Baltimore here. We'll try to get 14 for 19, and then we'll try to get 154 to get some depth here, and then we're gonna have to throw in. It's not gonna be 154 because 158, 159, still not enough. That's these trades are. Wow. Okay, maybe not Baltimore. Maybe we risk it. Maybe we see about the Jets potentially moving up 3 spots. So next pick is Peter Woods. And there goes Lemon. All right, that's disappointing. That hurts. They really did want him. Now, I do really like Omar Cooper Jr. I mean, he would be perfect to pair with Coker as a number 2 guy. Same with KC. Both these guys are quite good, but with both those guys being where they are, I think we're just going to let it ride. We're just going to let it rock. We might trade back, so we're going to pay attention to everything here. All right, it's only 2. We're not getting anything good there. We're going to reject both of these. So looking at the list here, sure, we could get Sadiq. Sure, we could get Thieneman, who would also be fantastic. But again, the Panthers in real life have been talking about how much they want to go wide receiver first round. They want to be getting a new playmaker for Bryce Young. They even talked about how they wanted, and I could find him here, Oscar Delp as soon as pick 51 in the next round. So I might be looking his way here. So what I think we're going to do, I'm going to call up either the Chargers or I'm going to call up the Eagles here. I'd prefer the Chargers myself. I'd rather not be making a trade with the Eagles. And we're going to be trying to get... Okay, 19 for 22 if we could get 86 and give up 158 and 159. I'm doing it. I'm doing that trade. We're moving back a couple spots, but we are also getting now pick 83 and 86 rather than 158 and 159. Let's do it. So we're going to move back. And we're going to pray that we get one of the guys here. And, of course, we'll look at these, but we're not taking any of those. Yep, none of our guys went. Kenyon Sadiq is still here, as a matter of fact. But I think in this one, we're going to go Omar Cooper Jr. right here at pick 22. We got our assets. We're ready to go. So, welcome to the squad, Omar Cooper Jr., our new wide receiver 2. He and Coker are going to have to figure out who really wants to take over next season. But it could be either of those guys. Now, for both of these, I'm really not trying to move into the second next year. That's not good for the video. So we're going to sit here. We're going to make our pick. And I already said what I was going to do. And again, these last 2 picks, the first round wide receiver, second round tight end, is what the Panthers front office is being rumored to do right now. The report came out this morning that the Panthers would be drafting Oscar Delp as quick as the second round. And with this 51 overall pick, over some of these guys, like an AJ Halsey, like a lot of the big guys are actually gone. A lot of the guys I like are gone, like a Jacob Rodriguez this late, a Cassius Howell and Anthony Hill Jr. I mean, this is the perfect draft to be going Oscar Delp with the second round pick. Of course, who, for those of you that don't know, tight end, big body, out of Georgia, can catch the ball, but, it's not his strong suit. It's not the production, it's how big he is, but he's a guy. It's a name that I've seen floated around for the Panthers, so we're going to do it. Welcome to the team, Oscar Delp. That's why I'm happy we acquired pick 86, because now we really got to bolster that defense. I'm not liking what I'm seeing with these picks. Actually, potentially, I'm going to make this. You know what? We're going to do this trade. We're going to move back to 98, and we're going to pick up 137 in the process. Moving our 7th round pick from next year gives us more guys to work with in this video here that you're watching. Now that's going to be it for those trades. Now is where the discussion comes. Defense. It has to be defense here. We have to round off the edges, and I see the answer clear as day right now. A 6'1", 210 safety to hopefully be our free safety, but you never know. I mean, he's a boundary corner. I mean, this guy looks perfect to be the safety of the future beside Trevon Moehrig and potentially Latham Ransom later in the future. So I really like Kilgore here. I will say Malik Muhammad, he's a name that I've seen floating around for the Panthers as well. And then this orange guy, I mean, a D tackle would be nice, big citrus, but I think in this video here, we're going to be going Kilgore. We need safety. I mean, I said it before we even went into the draft. I'm not happy with Nick Scott being our starting safety for next season. I'm not happy with it. And I think at this point he will be, but I think Kilgore could take over by midseason. And look who's still there. It's Malik Muhammad. That makes me super happy. That's perfect in my mind to go Malik Muhammad here. So we're going to do it. That is, in my opinion, if the Panthers could do that for real in the 3rd round, peak. If this is what happens in real life, I think we're laughing. I think we're laughing just like we were at the end of the last draft for us. I mean, I trust Dan Morgan to do something like this, and hey, you'll have to let me know in the comments section if I'm going a little crazy here or if I'm actually, speaking the truth a little bit. And looking at this pick, of course, there's Rivers out of Duke. And Duke was a surprisingly not a bad football school last year, but I definitely want to go one of our 2 D tackles, either Caleb Proctor or Rene Conga. I like both these guys, the Louisville and then the Southeast Louisiana. The big reason we want this impact starter potential is because Derek Brown gets too much attention right now on the D-line, and it's too easy for teams to double team him and not worry about the other guys on the line. Of course, we have Phillips and Scorton who's going to be on the edges, but those right and left guards, they don't have that much to worry about. So if we give a guy like Proctor to help out Derek Brown, that would be so nice. That would be so nice. Of course, I like Conga too. A little bit bigger, but I think Caleb Proctor coming in, being a ready guy for this team, he's going to be our pick. So there's Caleb Proctor. Welcome to the team. Now we can start to go back to offense. Potentially doing this, but the fact that Emmett Johnson, I can't. The fact that Emmett Johnson is still here, we have to. This guy could be our running back of the future. Once Chuba's time is done, this guy, we groom him to be the guy that takes over. I don't even need to look at the rest of the names. Of course, I do really like myself some Malachi Fields here, but I don't know. I don't think I need to look at any other names here. Emmett Johnson, welcome to the team. Please be our running back. Maybe of the future, at least be better than Etienne, who we still don't know about, and then Brooks, who we again still don't know about with his injuries. That's the big thing, and I feel like that's a steal to get him that late. Just we'll see what happens in the real draft there, as a lot of offensive picks here. Another edge from Duke as well, Vincent Anthony Jr. There's a lot of wide receivers at this spot here. I like me some TJ Hall. We've talked about him before on this channel, so I don't hate it. I also don't hate going Billy Schroth here. Again, scheme-specific guard. That's why I'm like, I don't know. That's tough. I think I'm going to go TJ Hall out of simplicity here because, again, I would love the concept of bringing in a new guard, a new tackle, just for this team because we're dealing with so much right now. But the fact that we got Walker in at left tackle, Icky will come back next year, and then the rest of our line isn't that ravaged, I would say. I don't know. Panther fans, football fans who know better, you'll have to let me know, but I'm looking at our picks here. It's like I don't want to go another running back. I don't want to go tight end again. And I don't want to go wide receiver again. And so that leaves me with two choices here. And that's Vincent Anthony Jr. and TJ Hall. Now, the fact that I got Malik Muhammad is making me lean to Vincent Anthony Jr. Of course, we got Jalen Phillips. We have Nick Scorton. We have Princely. Princely we don't know about, but we have Pat Jones as well as our last edge. I would love to add a fifth one to that room. We're going to do it. And so that is our last pick of this video. Our official picks are Omar Cooper Jr., Oscar Delp, Jalen Kilgore. It's not on the screen anymore. Jalen Kilgore, now you can see it up here. Malik Muhammad, Caleb Proctor, Emmett Johnson, and then Vincent Anthony Jr. You'll have to let me know in the comments if that's a dub or if that's an L of a draft. I think it's a dub, but I'm a little biased because I literally just picked it. Of course, we will see if our simulator here has it being a dub of a draft. Of course, stick around a couple minutes. It won't even be 1 minute. We're going to see the official standings prediction, official record prediction for this team. And again, I only added rookies. I feel like the roster is pretty set right now other than rookies, so didn't decide to make a signing. And the biggest one is safety. Again, Nick Scott, I don't want him being our starting safety. And this is why. It's got to be the reason why. No way we missed the playoffs. No way. What record do we have? Okay. The Jets were 13-4. Or they're the 2. Oh my God, the Jets were the second best team in the AFC. That's how you know this is a mock. This is how you know it's not real. The Bengals being back to 12-5 is wow. Okay. 9-8. Okay. I can't lose my head. Again, positive point differential. We've gotten so good with this roster for having a positive point differential, finishing with a positive record, and then not making the playoffs. It's crazy to me. The Chiefs 4-13. That's funny. That's so funny. Oh my goodness. This is one of the most insane standings I've ever seen from this. Wow. We finished 9th, Tampa Bay 8th. Sure. Whatever you say. Let's look at the draft order here. Yeah, we're the second last team out, as it actually has Tampa Bay finishing a little bit down there. Oh, I'm This stuff kills me. So we'll simulate the playoffs. We'll see who wins it all. Of course, the Falcons lose in the first round. You told me the Jets are going to make the AFC Championship? A Ravens-Lions Super Bowl, I can't say is unrealistic. But wow, this sim is whacked. You are absolutely right. So yeah, comment down below how you think the Panthers should draft in this year's draft. Of course, I'll be in Pittsburgh seeing the draft picks happen live, so that's going to be a ton of fun. And well, no reason to not subscribe to the channel so you can keep up with that. Keep up with me here on the CollingsThodeNetwork, and keep up with Nolan whenever he decides to upload again. I was a big fan of his NHL one, so if you're into hockey content, that's your man. So, hey, till you see me again, peace.